Thank you, Dean Delaney and Bill, longtime friend. I am really seriously honored about this particular award, and particularly receiving the H.J. Soffer Medal for meritorious service. And I'll expand upon that more in my remarks. And I look at the previous winners, and they are absolutely tremendous people who've done a great job. I want to thank the board members for selecting me, and that was something I'll truly be grateful and have a great memory. And also Jeff, on your new position of incoming president, congratulations to you. And I look at the audience, and this is, I understand, one of the largest in attendance, and congratulate each of you for making this evening so special, because this is what's important to a university, that its people come back. And that I just say that that is really amazing to see how many of you have done that. And specifically, I want to thank my PNC colleagues, my friends, for coming this evening. Thank you. Two of them there, with two of them in this room. We're converting from Penn State people, working very hard to make sure they understand we are Pitt, hell Pitt. Particularly want to acknowledge Eva Bloom, who is really one of the great Pitt people on the Board of Trustees and the Executive Committee, and has contributed to the Alumni Association and a list this long at Pitt, and one of my very close friends. And so Eva, this is also great to have you at this event. It is of great importance that I also congratulate the other award recipients. Bob was very clear. I am uncomfortable receiving awards. There's no question. It's easier for me to drill somebody, roast somebody, or honor somebody, so I do that much better. But Bob was right. He is one of my closest friends. We've been friends for a long time. I just feel guilty as all get up. I'm the only person who didn't start out at Deloitte Touche. I apologize for that. I didn't know how to make enough money is what the problem is. So that is really something that is quite special. When you receive an award like this, you really feel great about Pitt. And the importance of this award to me, it is about Pitt, and how important I feel about, and how strong I feel about Pitt and its business school. Our community is absolutely enriched. It is critical to the community that we have Pitt, and I include UPMC in that, even though there is a separation, I think, somewhere at birth or whatever happened. But it has been an incredible run, what Pitt has done for our community. I drove through about 5 times in the last couple of days, and how amazing our campus looks compared to when it was. Not as pretty and as incredible as it is. And the business school has absolutely been a contributor in every sense, in every way, in every part of our community. So to receive an award from Pitt, and from the business school specifically, is very special. I also tell you, it's always about the people. No matter what you do, it is about the people. And two particular, and there are many, but two in particular, Chancellor Nordberg, a friend, a true leader, a visionary, a person who absolutely came in at a time when it was critical that we have his skill set. And what he has done for Pitt is storied, and in my view, my humble view, I think he'll go down as the greatest chancellor in the history of the University of Pittsburgh. And I think that can be proven in every which way, scientifically and otherwise. A little bit sad, but yet never sad enough to be not happy. Chief Justice Ralph Cappy, close friend, if you knew him, he was absolutely an ambassador for Pitt, a mentor of mine, a person who, as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, went from the University of Pittsburgh to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. How good is that? And it represents and reflects, again, all the individuals who have come out of this great university who have done great things. And frankly, one of my close friends, and I will sadly miss him, and so will the university, and so will the health system. As you continue to think about Pitt and why it was so important, this award, Dean Zoffer was my dean when he was at the university as dean of the school. And when I think of Dean Zoffer, where's Dean Zoffer? Please raise his hand. There you go, Dean. I want to make sure they see the face, because that is a face of an absolutely, and I'll tell you what he is. First, the good things. I can only think of 3 E's for this man: entrepreneurial, incredible energy, and excellence. And that is the highest praise I can provide a man who really did so much for a university. I had the fortune of being at the dean's retirement. And I just want to read a couple of two things, not very long, but I do want to read what Mark Nordberg, Chancellor Nordberg said. Chancellor Mark Nordberg recalled an evening 2 years ago, this is when he retired, when a snowstorm forced Pitt to cancel classes for the following day. Nordberg, as interim provost, notified each dean by phone. It was late evening by the time he called Zoffer. But Zoffer's wife, May, told Nordberg that the dean wasn't at home. He was out meeting with a prospective donor. You can imagine, Nordberg said, the fear that must have existed in the heart of that poor person, trapped in the middle of a blizzard, would never take no for an answer Jerry Zoffer as his companion. This is Dean Zoffer. Those and other accomplishments, these were things said at the evening, led by Dean Jewell and others who were fabulous, but those and other accomplishments go to show you that you can accomplish almost anything. If you live long enough, complain with vigor, importune sufficiently, and trot your little cup around town with determination and chutzpah. And the last piece I'll read, every exaggeration known to man and woman, every epithet available in the lexicon, every distortion conceived by fertile imaginations, and every revisionist interpretation of history has been trotted out tonight and dumped upon a gullible Pollock, although I must admit, I could get used to it, having had so little of it over the past 3 decades. That's my dean's offer. And finally, when it comes to people, only the 6th dean in the University of Pittsburgh Business School, John Delaney. I can tell you that as a visitor, as a trustee at the business school, I've had an incredible experience with Dean Delaney. He has opened up the school to ideas, suggestions. He's a man who has incredible experience, but it's meaningful, and he's quite inclusive, and that's the highest praise I can pay a dean. He's quite inclusive. I've spent considerable time with Dean Delaney, and I honestly consider Dean Delaney and John a friend. So I'm very pleased to have this evening with Dean Delaney at present. And just final comments, as president of PNC Bank in Pittsburgh, I do have a steadfast belief in serving others, and that it is good business. You don't have to do things that are good and not have them represent and reflect upon the shareholder value, which is critical, and what I'm here to do, shepherd shareholder value. And I've always believed that when you do great things, they end up being great for you. And I think our company has benefited dramatically. I think there are things that people do behind the scenes, fundraising, professional support, all the things require good managerial support. And I just find I have worked for 4 CEOs, PNC has had 4 CEOs. It's an amazing thing to have those few numbers, but each one had the same thing in common, our community. We always coveted shareholder value. We always coveted the fact that the customer was supreme, that the employees were critical and essential, but that there was a community. Some companies have a building in a community, and they do their business around the world. We think we have a headquarters in Pittsburgh where our responsibility is to work, live, play, and make sure that the community is better for when we leave than when we inherited that community. So it is critical to our company. Eva Bloom has done major work with people in our company. We all know what it's like to give back. We all know that the school at Pitt is critical. It represents our communities, it represents our friends. We know how important it is that a community is better when you have great universities doing great things than if you don't. And I've given myself the greatest gift, and that's to help the University of Pittsburgh, hopefully in the small way, large way, whatever way is deemed the responsibility that I have chosen, and I've been the benefactor of that. So Dean Zoffer, thank you for doing the great things when I was at the university. You made my experience the very best. Dean Delaney, members of the Business Alumni Association, thank you for this wonderful honor. I am humbled, I'm flattered, and I'm very appreciative.